Hi guys, and welcome to WBC Games Career Mode Episode 2. Now you may have noticed in the top left corner of your screen that we have gone with Queen's Park Rangers after everyone who commented or let me know said that QPR was the best one to go with. So we're going to analyse the squad so we know what sort of changes we want to make. So at the moment, Queen's Park Rangers play a 5-3-2 formation. Now it's a very odd formation because it's not very known to seeing, all these players at the back and yet so little going forward. There's no wingers in this team really. Your wing backs are too far back. So we're going to have to make some changes. I think maybe this formation won't work for us. I don't think 5-3-2 will work. I think maybe a 4-5-1 like this, a bit like how Arsenal play. I think that this formation will work best for Queen's Park Rangers. A 4-5-1 with maybe a big striker up front. Or we could go with the more common 4-4-2. Maybe like this. Or maybe a 4-3-3 with a diamond. I think this might work. That might be a good option. Not sure. Could go with that. No, you know what? I think I'm going to go with simple 4-4-2 like this. Now you got to find your weak spots. So obviously we're going to have the strongest team. So Isler's a right midfielder. He will go further up. So we need a right back. Up front, Vargas, Austin. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting. So we'll play Sandro here. So Sandro, I think Armand Traore has a weakness on the left here. Plus we could go with Junior Hoylett on the left wing. So we go Hoylett there. Problem is, we've got Adel Taarabt, and you think, well, we'd surely have to play him. So he'd go there, but then you're dropping a player as good as Leroy Fair on the bench, along with a lot of other ones. Here in the reserves, you've got Alex McCarthy, who are going goal, but on the bench. And I think this team just needs something to spice it up. I think maybe a second striker. Definitely a right back. I think a right back should... We could go with Danny Simpson. But I think we'll look at some fullbacks. Maybe a left winger, maybe a striker. We'll see. So here are our emails. So they want us to get to the last 16 of the FA Cup or the Capital One Cup. Doesn't really matter to me which one. The boring transfer market one. Now, the scouts reckon we should go for a centre-back. That's about the scouting. We'll look at that in a minute. And they want us to finish mid-table. So, we're going to have a tough season on our hands. Kurt Zuma, centre-back, they've suggested. Also, Phil Jones. Bruno Ekle-Mangor, I think, is a really good one, FIFA. They've suggested some... for some reason, they've suggested Santi Cazorla. I don't think that's affordable. Nor is Lauren Koscielny. Winston Reid might be a decent option. Could keep an eye on that one. Kieran Clark, but I think it would only be a backup. I quite like the idea of Ferdinand and Corker. But so let's go have a look at the shortlist. So after much extensive searching, this is the shortlist I have managed to turn up. Now the positions I said was maybe a right back, maybe a left back, definitely a left mid, and a striker. So strikers, Vaclav Kadalec. Now this is a player that I used to find on Football Manager a number of years ago. He was seen as this wonder kid, could be amazing. Found him at Eintracht Frankfurt with acceleration between 87 and 97. So I can have a scout and see what sort of price he might be. Also Sadio Berahino, another good one with good sprint speed and acceleration and decent shot power. Might be someone who we can develop. Also, Ashley Young could be a good left midfielder. £6 million, good acceleration, sprint speed, and good dribbler. Or a cheaper option could be Lucas Podolski, who has brilliant shot power, finishing volleys. He's like a striker, but out on the left. Maybe if we put Lucas Podolski as a striker, it might work. Good long shots, good shot power, finishing, volleys, penalties. He's a really good player, actually. A central midfielder that a scout turned up called Sahalovic, or Salihovic, there we go. And he's supposed to be quite good. He's got some really good stats. So we're going to scout him. But also a right midfielder. Now, Joel Campbell could be a right midfielder. He's usually about 85 rated, good speed, and is a striker, so he can play there as well, I believe. Let's see if it says on here. Well, according to this, he doesn't play striker, and yet for Costa Rica at the World Cup, he played as a striker. Bit off, EA. I did look at Rio Miyachi because his sprint speed is 94 and insane. Although Callum Chambers is available for loan at right back, and he does develop quite quickly into a very good player. Well, we got a transfer offer for Nedemanua, who I think is a decent centre back. He's quite fast. He's got 83 pace, but 2.8. I'm not going to sell him. I'm going to keep Anua. It's a good backup. Winston Reid, if Anua left, Winston Reid would be a good one. He's at 75 rated. £3 million. I have put in an inquiry just to see if we can get him cheaper, but we probably won't bother with that. Nathaniel Klein I did have a look at, but 74 rated, just not good enough. Well, Joel Campbell, 75 rated at only 2.5 million, and good sprint speed and acceleration and shot power. Well, we heard back from West Ham for Winston Reid. They want 4.1 million. Well, Joel Campbell's really, really cheap. That is an option. Might do this, actually. Let's try. Let's be dirty. We'll go 1.6. Because this would be a really cheap deal to do. I don't think we'll go with Winston Reid. I think we'll keep Anua. We won't bother investing in a centre-back. And we'll see where that gets us, because at that sort of price, it's cheap. Look, 1.6 million for Joel Campbell. That is dirt cheap. We'll have him as a important first-team player. I think he will be. Good signing on the right wing there. Final scout report on Salahovic. 77 rated, 4.1. I don't think we'll need him, although he's got really good stats. We could swap him with Leroy Fair. It's an option. See, so we're having a look to see if we can bring in Salahovic, but only if we can swap him with someone like Leroy Fair, who for some odd reason, I don't know if I've just gone past him or something, but I can't find him. Where's Fair? That's right. We've had a scout report with Cadillac, but he's only 72, so I can't see that happening. We had off of Sadio Berahino is a 67. Oh god, that's definitely not good enough. We'll keep looking, but I'm sure a striker will pop up, who's good enough to play for us. Joel Campbell has accepted the offer. What a player for that price. 1.6 million is a steal for this guy. This guy's really good. Cuts in on the left. Great signing. So we've got a new player in. Rio Ferdinand is saying he might retire, which, fair enough. I can understand that. Look at this. QPR back a bargain. They're telling it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 1.6 million. Oh my god. That is so cheap. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are happy too, man, because it's brilliant news for us. Brilliant to start us off. Should we put him in the team? We could play. No, technically, see if Isla can play it. See, Isla can play at right wing back. I'm sure we could probably put him at right wing back, right back, and put new signing Joel Campbell in the team. Put Danny Simpson on the bench. See, works. There's Leroy Fair. Why couldn't I swap him earlier? First match coming up, taking on Deportivo La Coruña. That could be an interesting game, but we are going to sim the game. So we're going to choose a weaker side to play. So we'll play Alejandro Farrellin, Joey Barton. I think we'll play Phillips, and we'll play Danny Simpson. Yeah, Young can play. We'll put Wright Phillips out on the left. Bobby Zamora. We'll go with Vargas at the back. We'll probably go with we'll drop Ferdinand. Ferdinand's old. And we'll drop Dunn, I think. And we'll have McCarthy in goal. So we'll see how this goes. And hopefully we can get the win. Boom! That is what I want to see. Nice positive attitude. So we're going for the win here against Deportivo. So here we go. Queen's Park Rangers versus Deportivo. And the game's underway, but Zamora's missed a penalty after 3 minutes. You have got to be kidding me. Vargas, goal! Queen's Park Rangers 1-0. Thanks to Eduardo Vargas. 13 minutes in, brilliant. probably was a real tap-in, as he usually does. Half-time, it was 1-0. We got Rio Ferdinand coming off the bench for Dunn, and a penalty bloody score by Deportivo. Oh, Vargas again, 2-1. Eduardo Vargas looking like a good player. Indeed. And 87, 89, 90, and we get the win. We beat Queen's Park Rangers. No, we don't beat Queen's Park Rangers. We beat Deportivo by 2-1. Now, that is it for our first episode here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us here. Maybe next time we'll see a couple more transfers. Bye!